Welcome back to the channel, Manchester United fans. I know you see a smile on my face, but when it is not for the reason that you're thinking. This should be one of them videos, right, where I rant and get real upset at the defeat that Manchester United got yesterday. At one point, I felt like I wanted to sleep, and another point, I felt like, you know what, I should probably just watch a movie and just chill. I play some FIFA or something other than watch the game. Manchester United were atrocious, in my opinion, for the first half, and it continued early into the second half. What have I said over and over? Manchester United, I know it's a work in progress, but we're seeing the same issues coming from Erik ten Hag time. Manchester United continues to concede early goals, and we're conceding from set pieces. Have you seen the song free kick, the set piece from the corner position? It was a direct goal. Something maybe David Beckham or Di Maria would have done in their time as players. The goalkeeper claiming to be fouled by the Tottenham player. Not sure if it was even a foul, because perhaps what he should have done was to just grab the football with both hands. What was he thinking? Trying to punch from that position. No, if that were the Premier League, then VAR would have intervened, right? And maybe he would have had a case. But there wasn't any case there. There was no VAR, and there has not been any VAR in the EFL Cup competitions. So there's no claim there. And what was Victor Onana thinking being on the bench? Clearly, he could be thinking that had he been in goal, then that opportunity would not have scored, because he himself is subject to scrutiny. And so again, I keep saying, the horror of the Manchester United goalkeeping department continues. But it was a valiant effort from Ruben Amorim and his men in the second half. He made some changes, and it was at that point when you saw the shift, the fighting spirit, and the comeback of Manchester United. Yes, he made 3 changes. Ahmad, Xerxes, and he also brought in Manu. Yes, these 3 players were the players he changed, who came into the second half to rally the troops into almost what seems a decent comeback. It never happened though. Before that, I said, listen, should Manchester United come back from being 3-0 down, this would be a miracle. It would take a miracle. And I said, wishful thinking. So we almost got there, but it was a charge a bit too late from Ruben Amorim. Again, Ruben Amorim is big on his philosophy of what? Squad rotation. By now, with the limited amount of players due to injury, which, by the way, Victor Lindelof went down and was substituted in the first half also. So, the potential for another player being out with injury is high. We're not sure of what the reports will say, but once I get the information, I'll bring it to you. But Lindelof is another one who is potentially a goner. Mason Mount, as you already know, is out also. The reports is saying that it's going to take several weeks, and this is coming from Ruben Amorim. So, Mount again gone. He hasn't given us anything really substantial. He's on big money. We bought him for big money, but now he's gone. Ruben Amorim quite likes the player. He's saying that the player fits the profile of Manchester United and what he wants from the squad. But how can you then get that out of a player who is struggling to keep fit? If you ask me, Mason Mount is probably another player who will need to be sold. It's not his fault why he's injured, but he will need to be sold. And we move on. Because again, I keep saying it. We have cup competition, we have European League competition, we have the Premier League. How can you expect a title charge in any of these 3 divisions if we don't have a squad capable enough of competing? It doesn't make any sense. So at some point, we'll have to cut our losses. It's either Mason Mount, Luke Shaw, Lindelof, all of these players who are being injured ever so often. Lindelof maybe not so much. But at some point, we'll have to cut our losses and decide whether or not we're going to keep these players on the book or release them. I don't know who's going to buy them, but release them and then bring in new players to fit the system. Yes? But not straying too much from the point. The main argument is that we try a title charge or a comeback surge in the second half when Ruben Amorim made those three changes. Ahmed, Manu, and the last one was Xerxes, right? You saw it in the 63 minutes or leading up to the 63 minutes. As a matter of fact, there was also a shift in formation from Ruben Amorim because Anthony came off, right? When Ahmad came on, he slotted into the right forward position and Bruno moved from the right forward position to the left forward position. Kobe Manu was in midfield in place of Eriksen. Now, before this, I did a pre-match and I said, I'm not expecting for Christian Eriksen to come in really in the middle of the park. I'm expecting that it would be Ogate and Casemiro. And then I said, it could be Eriksen or Casemiro. But I would caution Ruben Amorim not to play Eriksen in the middle of the park. Because the speedsters that are on the Spurs team can absolutely annihilate us. It came to part. You saw it. We were down 1 in the first half, and we conceded 2 early in the second half. The Spurs were cruising until Fraser Foster allowed us back into the game. Yes, some might argue it was a brilliant tactical move from Ruben Amorim. And again, I said this again, there is something that is happening at halftime with Ruben Amorim and these players. I don't know what he's putting in their drink. This is the second time I'm saying this. But the man them again come out second half, gunning. Alright? But it was Fraser Foster blunder that led Manchester United back into the game. Xerxes closing down, so to Bruno Fernandes. It was a poor pass from Fraser Foster. Bruno Fernandes pressured the ball, got possession of it, and passed it in the middle, and Xerxes scored. That was 3-1 Manchester United back into the game. And then again was Fraser Foster trying to play out from the back cleverly, never worked. Ahmed absolutely put his body on the line, figuratively and literally. And he got a deflection that went in the back of the net. It was Spurs 3, Manchester United 2. Ahmed rallied the crowd, and from there you saw the inspiration coming back into the life of the Manchester United players. But then, on the 88th minute, it was sung from a direct corner kick that ended up in the back of the net and left us grasping thin air. At that point, you said it was over. But no, there was more drama. It wasn't just goalkeepers who were faltering. There was more drama. It was a corner kick this time for Manchester United. Though we have been undone from another set piece, we got one this time of our own. And it was Ahmed onto the head of Johnny Evans, who came into the match for the injured Victor Lindelof. It was 4-3, but by that time, we had no time left on the clock. That was how that game was summed up.
Apologies for the audio issues at the end. Technical person need to be fired in the morning.